think I've ever been yelled at this much, even working in a fast food restaurant. I'm not even kidding. So on today's episode of what happened at the campground, I had 2 days off. Okay? I drove to Denver. I wanted to go see a movie. I wanted to take myself out to dinner. I slept on the side of the road. Like, you know, it was great. I loved it. I loved every bit of it. I dressed up. I was wearing a little skirt. I went downtown. I was having the time of my life. Well, I just got yelled at by this lady, and I gave her my GM's email, and I said, you're more than welcome to contact her, but, like, everything that you're complaining about right now, I cannot control. Like, I am not required to be at this campsite 24/7. Honey, I work 6 hours a day. After that 6 hours, I can leave. The fact that my house, everything I have as a camp host, is one unit, and I do not have a detachable vehicle, that is why my campsite is empty when I am gone. I'm also a solo. I am not a couple. Now, I've mentioned this in the past on videos where it's like, most of the time, camp hosting is done by a couple, and so there is always somebody on site. And a lot of people believe that that's how camp hosting should be done. Okay. It has only been the past 2 years that they have been hiring solos, from my knowledge, okay? I was willing to try this out, but I can honestly say I'm willing to try it out in a different state. I don't think that I will come back to Colorado. And it's not even the end of July yet. I still got 2 more months. And I can genuinely say, no. Nope. The expectations of people in Colorado, this is a campsite. This lady is complaining that there's spiders in the bathroom. I'm gonna tell you the funniest part about the situation. Okay, so one of the things that she complained about is because on all of my sites that are reserved, I put this, reservation only, and the site number. Okay. I started doing that around the 4th of July weekend because when I was writing the name and the date on these, I was walking up to the campsite and asking, can I get the last name on the reservation? And they would literally just tell me the name on the sign. And then I would have other people coming up to me and being like, hey, there's somebody in my campsite. And I'm like, no, that's their campsite. They reserved. And he's like, no, they didn't. I can show you my ID. And I'm like, oh my gosh. There's no winning. Okay? Camp hosting, 0 wins. 0. You get a s'mores every once in a while. You get to hang out with some campers. Okay? But you are ultimately not winning. Okay? Whether you do this, whether you do this. Oh, and, okay, the last time that I took 2 days off and I drove, I actually drove to the highest peak in Colorado. I came back to my campsite to find all of these taken off of the campsites and put into one of my porta potties. No, I did not dig those out. For anybody who wants to know. I just requested more. And they brought me more. Because I ain't doing that. But I'm gonna eat my oatmeal and laugh for like a half hour because this is just crazy. I cannot wait until I get a golf cart. Because cleaning out these what are these called again? I'm so tired. What are you? Fire ring. Oh my gosh. This is exhausting. But this breeze feels so good at this campsite, man. Wow, it's like a little tunnel. No wonder everybody tries to get campsite 14. This campsite is pretty freaking stellar, I must say. Like, you're secluded. You got a little breezeway. Like, this is the stellar campsite. That and 11. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Campsite 14 and campsite 11. Yep. Oh, this is the handicap site. I just noticed the elongated table. Okay, alright. There's no handicap sign on this one, though. How is it handicapped? Just the table? Huh. Okay. I just noticed that. I've been here for almost 2 months. And I just noticed this. Good job, camera. These are just pine cones that I'm throwing back into the forest. And because I know people are going to ask this, I know that these fire pits that I'm digging out are not actively burning because I go around with a piece of rebar in the morning and I stir every fire pit. That way, if I do have to clean it out, it has time to smolder out. And I'm not just throwing hot coals into, yes, a plastic bucket. Yeah. How did I know? This lady just doesn't give up, man. I'm sitting here doing my job. And she literally comes over here because she sees me filming. And she goes, you know, maybe if you give up your influencer bullshit and focus on your job, you'd do a better job. Little does she know, this is my job. And so is this. And so is like 4 other fucking platforms. How did I know it had something to do with the fact that I'm an influencer? And one of my friends literally told me the other day, she was like, when someone tries to use the fact that you're an influencer against you, tell them that, yeah, at least my personality is great enough to influence people. Score! I'm gonna use that for the rest of my life. And you know, I've watched many YouTubers make videos about camp hosting, and ultimately, I've never really found like a good positive video about camp hosting. And now that I'm experiencing it, I understand why. Yeah. At least for all of the solo people who have tried camp hosting, okay? People that are couples and they have like large rigs, they seem to do great at camp hosting. But if you're in a smaller rig and you're solo, you have a very, very vastly different experience. I'm starting to realize that. I didn't bring baby wipes. Oh, I can't wait till I get a golf cart. I'm gonna have that thing loaded to the nines, dude, of like everything that I need so I don't have to keep walking all over the place. Okay. This lady, alright? This lady just doesn't give up. As she's driving out of the campsite, she yells out her window, "You're paid by the season, so you should be here at all times, looking over your campsite. Do your job." I'm gonna try to explain something real quick, okay? camp hosts are hired by the season. And I want to use this opportunity to ask each and every one of you guys to, in the comment section below, please write your questions about camp hosting. I'm talking about the pay, the hours, the amenities that you get, what you have to deal with, what is the job description, what actual job duties do I do, what type of paperwork do I have to handle. Whatever your questions are, please leave them below, because I feel like there's a big misunderstanding as to what a camp host is, what my job duties are, and even how am I hired and how do I get paid? I will answer that question right now. A camp host is hired by the season. So I was hired from June 8th until September 15th. That is my hiring period. Okay? Seasonal hire. You are not paid by season. You are paid hourly. Some sites have 40 plus hours a week. Some sites are only 30. My site is only 25. I have a very small site. I am also not required to be on site when I am off duty. If I wanted to just work the hours that I am required to work that day and then pack up my van and drive away and stay wherever else I want to do, I am actually allowed to do that. A lot of people believe that camp hosting, you're basically a babysitter, which is correct. If you would like to be on site all the time, you are babysitting your campers, okay? However, I am not a babysitter. I did not get hired to babysit. I got hired to do paperwork, clean toilets, take money, give courtesy notices, do this, do that, whatever else. I did not get paid to babysit your children at a campsite. That's not my job. Nope. And there also is a very big misconception that when you are camping, you should just be left alone and that no other campers should bother you. Camping is still a community. Camping is still an involvement, okay? So if your campsites are side by side and this family is talking to this family, that's a good thing. That's called interaction. That's what you need outside of your workplace. That's because everybody doesn't have a third place anymore. They go home, they go to work. They go home, they go to work. Nobody has a third place anymore. So to obtain that third place, you must go places, okay? And if that's camping and you meet somebody and you have a great experience, that's what camping's all about. I don't know what happened to the outdoor community and how it became so secluded, but I don't know, dude. And I have learned that about van life while being on the road, that, well, not all van lifers like each other, and not all van life meetups are awesome, and you're not necessarily included in everything. It's the same as real life. I get that. But it is very surprising being at this campsite. My site manager just stopped by. She brought me some paper towels and we were laughing about what was happening earlier. Honestly, I do have to say, I still, even with all of the downfalls of what happened, let me put it to you like this, okay? My site manager, she has worked for this company for 4 seasons. This would have been her 4th season. This is the only season that she worked for this company in Colorado. I'm starting to believe that my experience camp hosting could possibly be different if I'm not in Colorado. Yep. Yeah, because she said this is the first season with this company that she has ever experienced anything like this. And we started chit-chatting back and forth, and I was like, I'm going to tell you some of my concerns, and you don't have to answer. You don't have to do nothing like that. But just your body language is going to tell me if you agree, okay? I started saying what my concerns were, what I felt, and yeah, Yeah, I'm starting to think it is Colorado. I'm hoping that my viewpoint of Colorado changes in the next 2 months. Because we still have August and we still have September to go through, you know. I'm hoping that my view changes. I really do. But as it stands right now, I completely understand why in my gut I've always avoided Colorado. It's... the puzzle pieces are clicking. They're clicking, I'm telling you, they're clicking. We're gonna make shrimp tacos, by the way. Are you guys ready? Oh no. Okay, so we're part of this group chat. And I just got informed. Black F-150, 3 men, 3 women, 2 tents. Spoke to them to not... they're cutting down trees with chainsaws. They're not drunk, but very argumentative, headed your way. Yo, come on, dude. I love it here. I remember when I first got here, it would take me forever to fill up one of these jugs. And now, like, I feel like I broke the code. For real. There's one thing that I noticed though. So every time that I fill up my water, okay, I do it this way. So this arm, really strong. This arm, not so strong. So I'm trying. Ugh. I spill it way more. No joke. This is like a whole core workout. Because if I just stand here with like all of this tightened and just pour in this 3-gallon jug of water, I need to look up that conversion again. I cannot remember how much water weighs. Like, what the heck? Perfect. My little lighter fluid pack. It's perfect. On tonight's menu, we are going to make shrimp tacos with a side of chicken. Now, that is kind of where I want to talk to you guys as a whole, because I know that it's noticeable. Ever since I left Phoenix, even a little bit prior to me breaking down, the van breaking down, not me breaking down. Well, it's a little bit of both, actually. I began to lose a lot of weight, and it is noticeable on camera. Ever since I left Phoenix, I have lost anywhere from 10 to 15 pounds. It kind of fluctuates every week. I go to Planet Fitness and I weigh myself every week, and I've never done that before, but I'm so concerned about literally dropping below 100 pounds right now that I'm a little bit concerned. The lowest I have reached at this point is 111. That's still a scary number to be at. And a lot of you guys, well, not a lot of you guys, a few of you have reached out, concerned about it because it is noticeable. And that is where I want to ask you guys, what can I do to maintain body fat at this elevation? I've tried to do a lot of research. I've just basically bulked up on a lot of protein lately, and that seems to be the only thing that helps. CampHost life. You're always getting kind of a little bit interrupted. Anyways, so basically what I have done is I have bulked up on a lot of protein. I drink protein shakes during the day now, which I used to never really do that before. And I'm just basically trying to eat as healthy as I can. I do feel like a little bit of fatigue every now and again, and I ultimately, it's really hard. I have to force myself to eat because I don't have any appetite up here. And I have looked up a lot of stuff about like acute mountain sickness and things like that, and it's like, I think that's what I'm experiencing ultimately, like here and there. Definitely it happens the first couple, it doesn't last as long. Now it's like a day. If I go down the mountain and then come back up, that day I will not eat. I'm like in a cloud. I have no idea what's going on. So yeah, we're still in learning curve, especially when it comes to like keeping ourselves adequately sustained up here, food wise, on a healthy level. Like, I have no idea what to do. But anyways, the chicken is I was about to say the chicken is on the stove. We're actually doing a campfire right now because my stove is taken apart. So in this pot is the shrimp. I have a little bit of peppers and garlic, and then butter and this blackened seasoning. And then we're going to turn that into tacos and dress it with, of course, the citrus crunch and a little bit of avocado. You see what I mean by I'm just like stacking up on protein and like omega-3s? Like, I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's bad. I don't know if I'm doing it right. I don't know if I'm doing it wrong. I just know that I'm trying to eat as much as I can so I can actually have weight on my body, because like, this is a workout being here, and then I leave here and I go to South Dakota, and South Dakota is a whole different style of workout, and I need something on my body, otherwise I'm gonna dwindle to nothing. Oh, I gotta flip my chicken. Okay. Jeez Louise. Okay. Yes, welcome by. Alright. We're gonna do... I wanted black beans, and I thought I bought black beans, but I didn't, so we have kidney beans. That's sufficient. That's what we're gonna use. Jane, chill. I got your chicken. Hey. Dude, calm down. You're not, like, starving. You just... chill. Okay, we got avocado going down. Ow! Oh my gosh, I just keep burning myself. And then you add the shrimps. You guys are probably wondering why I literally just made a side of chicken. And how does that incorporate with shrimp tacos? Well, the reality of it is, I'm gonna eat these shrimp tacos. I'm gonna be full for about an hour. And I've learned that in about another hour, I will eat that. And I'll just eat the chicken straight. It's fine. I don't really know why that happens, but that is what has been happening. At night, I get the hungry, and I'll eat, feel full, and then I'll eat again, and then I'll drink some tea, and I'll go to bed. It's really a cycle. It really is. Like, and these tacos are looking delicious.
Gone the days of old and pattern, new horizons bright and scattered. I'm changing, shifting, it only stings sometimes.
If you enjoyed coming along on today's video, please smash that like button, and as always, subscribe. There will be more. And I'm gonna eat my shrimp tacos and my side of chicken, and you guys have a good night. See you on the next one.
To the changes and grow, I lead to the change.